Time now for the Xfinity men's 200 meters. A lot of star power here. That's normal, but on the post-Olympic tour, we start with the reigning world champion and medalist from Tokyo, Noah Lyles.
Yep, he does have that world title from 2019. He was trying to double potentially in Tokyo. The 100 didn't go his way at the trials, so he stepped in the 200, where he had only lost one race prior going into that race. Finished with a bronze in Tokyo. Here's Kenny Bittner.
Has an incredible story. He's a twin. His mother, Marianne, adopted he and his brother when they were very young and told him that he reminded her of Secretariat, that he has great speed and could break away from anyone.
Here's somebody they got to be worried about. Rai Benjamin, stepping down from the 400-meter hurdles where he got the silver medal in Tokyo and the second fastest time ever run behind the world record. His personal best is 1999, but he hasn't run it in 3 years.
And look at him, no pressure.
None.
So much fun. This is going to be awesome.
Little mashup post-Olympics here in this men's 200 meters. You should look at the field. Lane 1 is open in this new reimagined Hayward Field. They have a full 9 lanes, and it's common. Lane 1 will be vacant. But Lyles, you know, he does have the benefit of a wild card. He is coming to Eugene next year for Oregon 22 and the World Championships in here. So that's now his focus with Tokyo in the rearview mirror.
Yeah, and remember, despite the loss at the Olympic Games, in his entire pro career, he has lost 200-meter races. Once in the Diamond League, that was to Michael Norman a couple years ago, and then in Tokyo. So, Noah Lyles is never a bad bet in a 200-meter final.
And he's right behind his brother, Josephus. I actually traveled here with them on the flight into Eugene. I was talking to Noah, and he says he's still recovering from the jet lag at Tokyo, and it really was a tough flight for all of us coming back, so we'll see how he's able to navigate that. But like you've mentioned, only lost 2 races, still very young, a bright future ahead of this young man.
Noah Lyles gets the draw in lane 7, Bednarek inside in lane 6. We get things underway at pre with the Xfinity men's 200.
First false start of the day.
And I didn't see anything, Otto. Did you?
No. So we're going to get another look here and see if anybody is moving early. I didn't see anything.
Nothing egregious, but I got to tell you, I like the way Ryan looked popping out those blocks, Otto.
Rai Benjamin got a good start. He is right.
1952.
He's back.
That's just off of his personal best, 1950. He clearly likes running half laps in this stadium. He won the Olympic trials here, and this time that he ran, 1952, would have won the Olympic Games.
Fastest time in the world this year, and another Hayward Field record.
Well, I got to tell you, Noah Lyles has talked a lot about pressure and having to deal with the pressure of going to the Olympics, the World Championships. It's the first time in a long time that we've seen Noah Lyles running light, having fun.
So Noah Lyles is out here. He was in lane, looked like that all the time this year, but what a great performance by him, 19.52 now, it's confirmed. The fastest time in the world and his second fastest time ever.
Rai Benjamin, who we talked about in this race, coming down in distance, wound up 5th in the competition, but it's 2 Lyles in the top 3, with Josephus Lyles finishing 3rd in a new lifetime best of 20:03. Bednarek, another 2nd place finish in 1980, but the world champion delivers on home soil. Noah Lyles is with Lewis Johnson.
All righty, Noah, you look like you're running free, easy. Describe the moment here.
To be honest, I walked out here on the track and I said, shoot, there's a lot of people. That's what I've been waiting on, you know. 2 years of not seeing the full crowd. And seeing this at Hayward, beautiful, brought a tear to my ear. I wasn't even thinking about coming out here. I was gonna shut it down, but you know, I had to talk with my sports therapist. She was like, you know, of course, what happened in Tokyo happened. This is in Tokyo. You're gonna go out there and you're running for you, you know. I knew I was in shape, and I didn't get to show that off in Tokyo. Lane 3 was very hard, but I knew that if I got a good lane, I could still come out here and and do my best.
Awesome. Congrats to you and your brother on the personal best.
Thank you.
Attended the 9 days of competition and going to get a treat here as Team USA and their quartet get in their final warm-ups. Saw Christian Coleman, Kenny Bednarek, Courtney Lindsay, and oh yes, the 200-meter champ. It's in 7, Canada in the
Pass last year, no problems, but Canada is within
that second exchange. Canada for the anchor leg. Oh, Lyles!
perfect in the heat of battle. So, as they did last year, the men and women of the United States get to celebrate. Here's a look at that pass. Coleman coming in. This time, Bednarek waits on the pass. That's about as good as you can pass the baton in a high-pressure final, and Coleman knows it, and that's why he put his hand into the air. So the United States was in the lead here. Look at Canada in the red coming into view in lane 5. This was the pass that the United States had a little bit of trouble with. Bednarek to Courtney Lindsay, but the stick kept going around the track, and now you talk about an ace. You have the 200-meter world champion and the man who simply is the king of the home straightaway.
Ladies and gentlemen, they said he was finished. They said the pressure of being the next Usain Bolt finally cracked him. In Tokyo, Noah Lyles walked away with a bronze medal and a look of pure heartbreak. But just 2 weeks later, the track moved to Eugene, Oregon. Noah Lyles, ladies and gentlemen, wasn't just looking for a win at the 2021 Prefontaine Classic. He was looking for a statement. He was lined up against the very men who beat him in Tokyo, in the Olympic gold medalist Andre de Grace and silver medalist Kenny Bednarek. This wasn't just a race, ladies and gentlemen. It was a redemption arc. And what happened over the next 19 seconds will go down as one of the most dominant displays of sprinting we've ever seen. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. I'm your host, Tidal Reactions, and today we are breaking down the men's 200 final at the 2021 Pre-Classic. Now, the atmosphere, ladies and gentlemen, was electric. Unlike the ghost town, unlike the ghost time vibes of the Tokyo Olympics, let's look at this. In lane 4, we had Josephus Lyles. Of course, Noah Lyles' brother, looking to make his own mark. And in lane 5, the Olympic silver medalist, Kenneth, as you know him, Kenny Bednarek. Then, ladies and gentlemen, the man everyone was watching was in lane 7, Noah Lyles. But don't forget the Canadian sensational in lane 6, Andre de Grace. He was coming off a massive 19.62 Olympic gold performance. The narrative was simple, beautiful people. Can de Grace prove to Tokyo wasn't a fluke? Can he do that? Or can Noah Lyles prove he's still the fastest man on the planet when his head is in the game? Ladies and gentlemen, immediately the gun went off and Kenny Bednarek, as usual, explodes out of the blocks. Kenny is known for that aggressive curve, and he's eating up the stagger on the grass. But look at Noah Lyles in lane 7. Usually, Noah Lyles is a closer, meaning he starts low and finishes like a freight train. But today, ladies and gentlemen, or rather, but that day, he's staying right there with the leaders on the bend. Ladies and gentlemen, as they hit the 100-meter mark and transition into the straightaway, it's a 3-man drag race. Bednarek is fighting. De Grace is trying to find that gear that won him gold. But then, ladies and gentlemen, it happens. Noah Lyles finds a gear that shouldn't exist in the world of track and field. He isn't just running, he's gliding. while the rest of the field is tightening up. Noah looks like he's just getting started, ladies and gentlemen. He pulls 2, 3, 4 meters clear of the best sprinters in the world. This isn't a race anymore. This is a clinic. Ladies and gentlemen, Noah Lyles crosses the line and he doesn't just win. He obliterates the field. The clock stops at a staggering time of 19.52 seconds. Think about that. That is the 9th fastest time in history. He was just 0.02 of his personal best. Ladies and gentlemen, Noah Lyles took the first place, running a time of 19.52. And then we had Kenny Bednarek running a time of 19.80. And then we had Josephus Lyles, Noah Lyles' brother, running a time of 20.03. Of course, a massive personal best for him, as he has just been trying to put his mark in the world of track and field. Ladies and gentlemen, Andre deGrasse, the Olympic champ, struggled in this one. I mean, finishing further back in with a time of 20.15. But the story here was the Lyles brothers taking 2 of the top 3 spots on home soil. That, of course, is an amazing feeling. Ladies and gentlemen, after the race, Noah was vocal. He talked about the mental health struggles he faced leading up to Tokyo. He talked about how 5 sessions of therapy helped him to go off the disappointment and find his joy again. I mean, ladies and gentlemen, you could see it in his celebration. The lifeless evil, whatever we expected. These people are really going through a lot, and the least we can do is appreciate them, show them love, and give them our maximum support that we can. So, ladies and gentlemen, this race proved that while medals are won on the track, the real battle is often won in the mind. Noah Lyles went from Olympic disappointment to running the world lead in just 14 days. But what do you think, guys? Is Noah Lyles the greatest 200-meter runner of his era? Or does Andre deGrasse still have his number when it matters most? Once again, engage me and drop your thoughts in the comment section. And I'd really love to urge you to please, if you enjoyed this breakdown, don't forget to subscribe and hit the likes button for more track and field commentary. Until we meet again, ladies and gentlemen, I'll see you in the next one. So I've been your host, Tyrell Reactions, and until we meet again, peace out.